best for my girl.
Come on.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
it's touch and go.
Just turn it on.
Like my sex life. Like
Amber, you're not on stage. Okay. I'm having a really bad week. That's not a joke. Oh.
yell at it.
This microphone has been doing this for weeks now, and I'm the only one it's happened to, so it's quite nice for me to see everyone else struggling with it. You know what? I'm having a really bad week, guys. I just flew in from I just flew in from Chicago, and goddamn are my jokes tired! Successfully using the microphone ruined that joke. Yeah, I was out in Chicago for an orgy. People think orgies are really great, but they're really a bunch of... He had to spare the whole time. The whole time. Alright, we've narrowed it down. It's not the end piece. I'm guessing the chord. I really want to throw it. Orgies are a bunch of bullshit! People think they're really great, but they're not. You always end up with one guy, you call him on the phone, and he's like, yeah, it sounds alright. I work late that night. I'm going to be fucking somebody that evening. I'll try to swing by if I can. Dodgy people. And then when you get to the orgy, there's no vegetarian options. That's why I like to bring a veggie tray. It's because I'm a considerate lover. Is it working? Oh, it's working. For now. Another thing that's annoying at orgies is when you're waiting in line for a drink. There's a whole line of people in front of you fucking. And then you get to the keg and there's nothing left but foam. I think people imagine that people are like fucking the keg for some reason, because I always get a couple of, oh, you know, there's people drank all the beer and there's nothing left but foam. These are actually jokes about regular parties that I've applied to an orgy for comedic effect. No, I wasn't really in Chicago for an orgy. I mean, it was an orgy of consumption. We ate at White Castle. There's not very many White Castles in Pennsylvania, so most of you are probably only familiar with it from the movie Shawshank Redemption. That's not a movie about White Castle, but it is about a bunch of white men in a prison, which is similar enough for my purposes. White Castle is the only restaurant where you're applauded for buying more sandwiches than you have hands. White Castle serves sliders, which they produce in giant trays, and I think they just microwave them and then cut slices off, which are the sandwiches. You can order them in giant greasy bags of as many as you want, like 20 or 40. The cashiers at White Castle are behind bulletproof glass in Chicago. It's true, it's true. The reason for that is because when a motherfucker wants diarrhea, he wants it now. No, will do that to you. You go right through. It feels miraculous. Forget juice cleanses, my God. Go to the Midwest, you can eat all the burgers you want and just cleanse and cleanse. No, the thing I really hate about White Castle is though they only serve one thing, they constantly mess up my order. And I hate being in a fast food restaurant waiting for some shit to go down. Like I've already ordered my food and you got it wrong and now I have to wait. I can't eat this shit. Give me the shit that I ordered. And people think that running into your friends and co-workers is embarrassing sometimes, especially if you were to run into them in a porn shop. People think that's the worst place you could run into a coworker because they don't talk about their genitals all day long like I do. I'm a stand-up comedian, it's my job. But I used to work in an office and I ran into one of my coworkers at a porn shop one time and I'm going to tell you that story. On Monday I bombed at an open mic. They didn't laugh at my smile like you do. This feels nice. No, so I was at a porn shop and I was buying my favorite type of pornography, which is brother-sister incest pornography. No, let me start over. I'm going to tell you about my favorite kind of pornography, which is... No, too dirty. Not dirty enough. Yes, you've got it! Brother-sister incest pornography! Brother-sister incest pornography is weird because the storylines are... I actually watched the stories for this. It's like 8 minutes of them going, "Ew, what are you doing in the bathroom? Ew, get out of there with that camera." He's like, "Whatever, you dumb slut, I don't care, I hate you." She's like, "Yeah, you're totally gross." I'm like disrobing because it's porno, so they have to fuck. No matter how much they hate each other. And she's like disrobing, like, "Ew, get that weird dick out of my face." And I never really understood why I enjoyed it until I realized that it reminds me of every sexual experience that I've ever had. Let that settle in, it's dark. It's real dark. So I'm there with my brother-sister incest pornography, and I see a guy, and he's got some weird shit. And I didn't really understand it at first, what I was looking at. I had to go home and look at it later, and it was rosebudding. Who here knows what rosebudding is? You sick fuck! Okay, here's what rosebudding is. It's when you cause someone to have a rectal prolapse. Censorship! I'll shout rectal prolapse. It's when you cause the inside of the butthole to protrude out into the world, into the air, and it apparently you pour honey on it, and it tastes like blood and honey, and it looks like a beautiful flower, the inside of your colon or whatever. But I was like, alright, rosebudding, that's cool, I've got my incest pornography. It's fine. We're friends, you know, we're coworkers. I'm not going to talk shit about you. You do you. And later on, I was eating at McDonald's later that week. And what I like to eat at McDonald's is the McGangbang. The McGangbang is a real sandwich that you can order at McDonald's. So they take a double cheeseburger and they just slam a chicken sandwich in between. And you eat it. It tastes real weird, like despair. So I eat them a lot. Because what else am I going to do with all that despair? And this guy sits down next to me, this same rosebudding guy. He's got french fries or whatever. He looks at me, this rosebudding guy. He says, That is disgusting. Alright, so because I hate it when they get my order wrong, I insisted that we go to a restaurant where they have great attention to detail. They know my face in every franchise. Whenever I walk into a restaurant, I can just order my regular, and they give me what I want. Great attention to detail, never get it wrong. I insist that we go to Asperger King. Asperger's is a serious social disorder on the autism spectrum. It has nothing to do with fast food. Thank you, you've been a great audience. My name is Emrys.